Hello everybody and welcome to today's webinar focusing on Staffordshire's Digital Innovation Partnerships. My name is Marc Wootton and I'm the Programme Manager, and I'll be hosting today's session and talking you through the details of the project and how to get involved. Towards the end of the webinar, we'll be joined by Patrick Fegan, Technical Manager from HTC Solutions Hall Tech, to talk through their own experience of these partnerships and explain how this has led to innovation within their business. If you have any questions during the webinar, then please use the text field on the right-hand side of the web platform and submit those, and we'll hopefully answer those at the end of the presentation. Before we go into the project detail, I just wanted to set the scene of how this project fits into the wider university's programmes of support. So this webinar is part of a week-long series of events showcasing Staffordshire University's Innovation Enterprise Zone. And over the last few days, we have highlighted some of the core programmes of support this covers. These events will conclude tomorrow with a spotlight on another new project, our Connected and Intelligent Mobility Accelerator, which will focus on supporting businesses who operate in the smart movement of people and goods. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, please tune in at 11 AM tomorrow morning to find out more. If you have missed any of these webinars, they're all available on our website and free to rewatch as you desire. So what is the Innovation Enterprise Zone? This is effectively an innovation ecosystem, building on the expertise that we have within the university and our drive to support the local economy. This ecosystem includes a multi-million-pound investment into new buildings and equipment dedicated to supporting new innovation and delivering a series of bespoke business-facing initiatives to help you bring new products and new services to life. These facilities include a brand new smart innovation zone with some of the latest technologies and equipment, such as 3D printers, robotic arms, computer modeling equipment, telescopic microscopes, and a whole host of new and amazing equipment. A dedicated prototyping laboratory, a new incubation unit, and a dedicated hatchery area for new startup businesses. So what does that mean for you and your business? What that means is you can get direct access to skills development, research expertise, grants, business support programs such as this, and access to innovation infrastructure and incubation facilities direct at the heart of the university campus. So hopefully that's given you an overview of the wider business support and Staffordshire University's brand new Innovation Enterprise Zone. So what I'd like to talk to you now about is the Staffordshire Digital Innovation Partnerships. SDIP is a collaborative project between Staffordshire University and Staffordshire County Council to drive digital innovation in the region. The project offers local SMEs the support to research and develop the new digital products, services, or processes which have the potential to transform your business. The programme is funded by the European Regional Development Fund and will run until December 2021 at the earliest. So, what is included for your business? What does SDIP offer you? We can offer 36 fully funded partnerships, each lasting 6 months, between you and the university to help develop and research new digital innovation. Each partnership and its dedicated package of support includes one full-time student or graduate placement to work with you in your business and help you develop that product or service. In addition to that internship, we also offer half a day per week of an academic who can add expertise, guidance and knowledge in the product's development, and also to support you in supporting that student placement. Outside of the core partnership, we've also got access to knowledge exchange specialists who will help you identify wider research and development opportunities from within this partnership and help you to find the funding to make those extra opportunities into reality. We'll also be running a series of specialist events and seminars such as this to keep you abreast of the latest technologies and innovations in these areas. So the SDIP programme runs under 3 distinct strands. We have our digital innovation strand, our business intelligence strand, and our social challenges. And businesses are invited to submit proposals under any of these strands. Strand 1, our digital innovation partnerships. This strand is an open call for businesses looking to use digital innovation to transform your business. Businesses can put forward any digitally based project as long as they are looking to research and develop and have a clear focus on creating a new product to market or to the business. The project must have a clear link to the business's strategic aims and not just be focused on short-term benefits. Strand 2, our business intelligence partnerships. This is a strand focused on supporting businesses to unlock the power of data they collect. Businesses can put forward any project focused on collecting, monitoring, analysing and forecasting of data, which may be improved using business intelligence tools and techniques. Again, the project must have a clear focus and help to identify, develop or create new strategic business opportunities. Strand 3, our social challenge partnerships. This strand provides the opportunity for digital entrepreneurs to develop new prototype solutions to local and regional socially based challenges. This strand is in partnership with Staffordshire County Council and they have identified a series of challenges based on increasing need in each of those areas. Businesses taking part in this strand will also receive a fully funded grant of £10,000 to further support and develop their proposed ideas. The social challenges at the moment are about raising the aspirations of Staffordshire children and young people, reducing the isolation for the elderly, improving the capabilities, the digital capabilities of Staffordshire citizens, enabling and growing social action and community support, and supporting children's emotional and mental well-being. Full details of each of those challenges can be found on our website, www.staffs.ac.uk/SDIPs. So, what sort of projects are we looking for? Just to give you a flavour of the projects that we've supported so far, these include virtual reality, game development, augmented reality mobile applications, mental health support systems, stock control systems and monitoring, sensor monitoring and tracking of HGVs, concussion detection and protective sports equipment, and a whole host of other digital innovations. So who can apply? The project is open to SME businesses who are solely based in Stoke-on-Trent and Staffordshire area and are really looking to digitally transform their business. Businesses must be operating primarily on a business-to-business basis, and that's a prerequisite of our funders. They must be able to clearly define the projects that are linked to current business strategy and be able to host and support a student placement for the entirety of the project, which is 6 months. Also, businesses must not have received more than £150,000 of state aid in the previous 3 years. If you're interested, what we want to do is talk to you, help understand your business challenges and how we can support you overcome them. So there's an initial inquiry that followed on by an expression of interest. Once you approve the expression of interest, there's a full application. That application then goes to our evaluation panel, and once approved, a partnership is offered. During the 6 months of that partnership, We look to identify any future opportunities and wider support and work with you to develop those on an ongoing basis. So if that's something that you're interested in, then please don't hesitate to get in touch. You can contact our employer partnerships team on the phone number and email address, or you can visit our website, staffs.ac.uk/SDIPs. But before you do, what I'd like to do is show you a video of one of the most recent projects that have finished, and then invite the business, the lead from the business, Patrick Fegan, to talk more about this. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that video. And now I'd like to introduce Patrick Fegan, the Technical Manager from Halltech HTC Solutions, to tell you a little bit more about his own experience and how we've helped develop that new product, which has been released into the market right now. Thank you, Patrick.
Thanks, Mark. Really happy and excited to be here. And to be honest, it's a pleasure to come and talk and share our experience of the SDIP. You know, part of this is to help promote the SDIP and hopefully inspire other businesses on this call really think about what advantages they can take from this to help them innovate and invigorate, areas of our local economy, particularly around things like the social challenges and the technical challenges. Really interesting. I love reading about this stuff as well, what other people are doing in these areas. So I'll just quick agenda. I'll just quickly talk about who we are, who are Halltech, how did we start working with the university, and also why do we want to keep building on that relationship with the university. So first of all, Halltech, we're primarily a software company. We've been trading since 1993, providing solutions into transport and logistics. And we also have a hardware division dealing with vehicle tracking, telematics, remote tachograph, CCTV. We also have things like cyclist detection systems, DVS, falls compliance. If you're in the commercial vehicle sector, these words will mean lots to you. But really, our main focus is on the software and talking about improving the efficiency of our customers, making them more paperless, things like that. When back in 2018, the company underwent a management buyout, and with all of that, we got new leadership, we got a new vision for the future of Halltech. We started implementing a new culture within the business, new strategy, technical business strategies, new investment, new aspirations. There was loads of really exciting things going on, and that still continues today. So one of our biggest aspirations is all around innovation. It's a word I'm going to use a lot, so I do apologize in advance. And roughly a year after that buyout, we'd put together, it took about a year to put together all those vision and scoping exercises, coming up with the strategy, the technical strategy, particularly where I'm concerned, proof of concepts, doing market research, planning. All the businesses here do that to a greater or lesser extent. And I don't think anybody here can take a product to the market without doing some of this. And depending on the complexity of the solution, depends on how much that takes. And that's really where our journey with the Staffordshire University starts. So how did we start working with them? So it was around May 2018, we attended an event that the uni were hosting, and we were talking informally at this point about, you know, what are our key objectives, what are we looking to achieve, some of the things that we wanted to talk about. And that led to a slightly more formalized conversation where we were allowed to present the headlines, the stuff that we're seeing on the screen here now, which is around our key challenges, what are our strategic aims, and what do we expect as part of these discussions. So we very quickly drilled all that down, and the university helped us say, well, actually, we could, within a few months, feasibly put together a new mobile app that would help us innovate into in that space. And actually, as it turns out, it came at a really good time, which I'll talk about in a moment, around showing innovation in this space. But initially, I think all of this probably looked quite daunting to us. We were looking at lots of data sheets, lots of sort of, you know, all the information around the SDIPs, and we thought this looks daunting. It looks like it's going to take us a long time to get in. Is it worth us proceeding? Very quickly, the university put us at ease and said, you know what, we're going to hold your hand through the whole process, and that's exactly what they did. And that really, that was it for us. We were engaged with the university and keen to do so. So I look for things as a technical representative. I look for things like, you know, collaboration. Does everybody understand the mutual vision? And can the people we're working with help us with that innovation? And really, the university acted like an extension of my team, and that just made everything so easy. I needed to talk to them. We just get on a Teams call. We needed to share content with them for document reviews. We just shared that, whether it was through Teams or an email or whatever. It was really fluid. It was, you know, there was really no adoption period at all. So there's obviously investment from the RDF here. There's investment from our company. There's a lot of time involved with our directors, with other members of the business, and also our customers, talking, engaging with them on meetings, workshops, making sure that their expectations were going to be achieved, and all that stuff as well. And all the step of the way, the university had aligned the knowledge that we needed with the resources that they had and the skills that they had within their organisation. They helped us map it to an appropriate project. In this case, the SDIP. They helped us assure the project. Sure, we'd written, you know, project plans, what we expected the deliverables to be, but they reviewed them and they challenged them and said, actually, is that right? Or there's perhaps a better way of doing it, more efficient way of doing it. And taking all of that feedback on board has helped us as a smaller company to really mature, and Staffs Uni have kind of, I suppose, almost talked at our level, despite the fact that they are a massive organisation. They helped us launch the project. We've taken it here. You can see working from the left to the right. They've helped us start off talking about the key challenges, taking it from a concept of on a whiteboard right through to creating wireframes, mapping all of these things to the strategic aims, and taking it to a point where our expectations had been met, and largely that boils down to a market-ready product. So I'll just quickly go over the timeline, the journey that we took on the SDIP. So as I mentioned, back in May to June was 2019 was really the period that we were going through introductions with the university, allowing us to present back to them what we wanted to do. They spent all of this time listening to us and making sure they could replay almost exactly what was in our head and that they understood that. So then we went into June 2019 and we submitted our expression of interest. So that was a bit of a milestone for us. We got that paperwork formalised, we'd articulated it in such a way that the university thought it, you know, looks good. We move into July, the application and everything was submitted there. And then in August, so you can see very quickly, we went from an expression of interest. We've opened the position publicly. We need somebody to come in and help us deliver this project. So that's when really the job hunt started for a graduate to join the SDIP project. in amongst all of this, we have other projects with the university running as well. So they were able to keep up with our parallel workloads, and that's something we do really, really well, is having lots of things on the go at the same time. They were able to keep pace with us. So not only are they helping us with the SDIP, they're also helping us with a knowledge transfer partnership project alongside Innovate UK. So between August and October, we had a deliverable on that project, which was to deliver the application for the KTP, which we did, we achieved. That was all successful, and the university, thanks to that. So we've got a bit of a gap between August and October in the recruitment, simply because we were focused on the KTP, getting that over the line. That was done. We move into October, and in fairness, October to January, we struggled to find the right candidate, and that might be because we were perhaps asking maybe the wrong questions. We maybe didn't get the job description quite right in the first attempt. All the while, Staffordshire University had uni-temps working with us who were helping us where we were providing feedback for CVs. They were saying, okay, can we adjust the job description to meet the feedback you're giving us? They were getting better and better at vetting the candidates coming through. The quality of them was increasing. We had a business objective to meet, which was to have it all boxed off by January. So it was our decision that we outsourced the recruitment. We got a third party to help us extend the search, and you know, with the support and the help from the university and uni temps, we managed to find the right person. So they started, you know, they were offered the position in January, they accepted, and they started in February. And that's when we start to hit the pandemic, and our focus in February was still full time on the SDIP, but we were already starting to make preparations for needing to shift our focus as a business onto supporting our existing customers and the existing products that we had, to make sure that the supply chain of our customers, the operational piece that they have to do, moving medicines, moving equipment for construction of Nightingale, all that sort of stuff, had to continue. That was the massive priority. So we had to regroup a little bit. We had to refocus some of our commitments and things. However, what we didn't want to do was to stop or pause the SDIP in any way. We opened a dialogue with the university, and they said, sure, what do you need from us? So they helped us maintain that the SDIP continued to progress, despite the fact that we were less focused on the SDIP, because of the good quality candidate that we managed to employ, and with the help and the autonomy of the university, that project continued. And that took us through to August, where we remained perhaps 3 to 4 weeks behind the original schedule that we'd set out in the previous year. So all in all, we're very satisfied with the fact that, you know, we've gone from concept to production with a graduate position, and gone through a pandemic, and only been pushed back ever so slightly, largely due to our refocusing. So then, beyond this timeline, then into September, we were ready for launch, and beyond that, we've gone into October. That project has now adopted a full CI/CD pipeline, so the delivery mechanisms are you know, fully automated. There's been feedback sessions, there's been UAT with the university. They've helped us tweak things, you know, fine tune it. Even now, even though we're past the SDIP, they're still there. They're still listening to us. And now, as we go into November, it's out there on store. You know, people can download it and sign up for the service. So that kind of brings me on to my last point that I want to talk about and share our experience is, why do we want to keep working with the university, even though the SDIP's completed and, you know, we're finished here now? Our journey with the university hasn't finished, because their open and collaborative approach is exactly what we want. It's the partner, it's the extension of our team that we want and need. They help us articulate our ideas. We're talking about innovation. We have ideas all the time. Some of them are crazy. Some of them have a purpose. Some of them need refining. They might be crazy at first, but actually they become better as we talk about it. They help us articulate it. so that it's not just all in our heads and we've written it down on a piece of paper, and that other people can understand what we're talking about as well. They're a subjective organisation who can sit outside of our company and be subjective. They can provide constructive criticism and challenge our decisions as well. Why are we doing it like this? What's the benefit of doing it like this? Have you thought about other options? And that's kind of like part of the wider support that you have access to here with the university, is that they're not just here to hold your hand on a very focused or very blinkered project. Right back at the start of the pandemic, they were starting to talk to us about, okay, what other skills can we offer your businesses right now? Do you need help or looking at your financial stuff? How is your cash flow looking and going into a pandemic? Do you need financials? What other possibilities exist that help support the business outside of the SDIP? And also, for me, really, they took the time to understand our strategic aims and the longer term mapping for our business goals. So Marc's talked about things like AI, BI, prototyping. Well, me and Marc have been working together throughout this SDIP, and Marc knows that beyond the SDIP, we're talking about BI. Sure, we've got this app out on the market, but think about all the data that app is bringing back in. What other opportunities can Marc expose us to by talking about BI, AI, and prototyping? So that's why we want to continue working with the university. I think that probably about summarises our experience with the uni.
Thank you very much, Patrick. That was an excellent overview. I think you can have my job at selling this project in the future. So before I open up to any questions from the audience or to find out more about the project, I just want to give you a brief summary just to recap on the whole university's offer under the Innovation Enterprise Zone. So as we've discussed here, there's opportunities for you to get funded support to support you and your business anywhere across Stoke-on-Trent and Staffordshire area. Across the array of projects, we can work with startups, SMEs and large companies. We can provide support and incubation for those at the start of their journey. We've got access to dedicated innovation labs, workshops, facilities, students and graduates, and most of all, our expertise in research. We can support you around new product development, prototyping, process innovation, productivity improvements, continuous professional development, and so much more. And we've got expertise in all the core sectors: digital, advanced manufacturing, materials, intelligent mobility. And we've also got a dedicated agency within the university to help you fill roles in your business, help access our students, and understand the latest innovations that we can provide you in your business. So I hope that's given you a good overview of the Innovation Enterprise Zone and more focus around our Staffordshire Digital Innovation Partnerships project. And I hope you'd like to get involved in one or more of those projects moving forward. So I'd like to open it up now to any questions that we might have. And I can see there's a couple already starting to come through. So let me just refresh this text box and see what we've got there. Nice easy one to start with. How many partnerships are currently still available? So at the moment, we've got around 24 partnerships that are running, that are offered and running. So we've still got 12 that are currently available, and we're looking to work with you to develop those projects very soon. We are hoping to increase that number moving forward. We're currently talking to our funders, and we hope to increase that in the very near future. So keep an eye out for more information as that comes available. Okay. Any more? So is the project suitable for startups? So yes, it is, and we can support early year businesses, but we do need you to evidence that you've got a wealth of current live products and services and existing business activity. You'd also have to prove that you are able to support and develop the student placement. If any businesses or kind of new startup businesses are interested, then I'd suggest getting in touch and talking through, because every single project, every single business is unique, and we can support you in a variety of different ways. So do we need to have premises to host a student? Ideally, yes. However, we understand that during this current pandemic, that's not always possible, and that many businesses like Halltech have had to react and adopt blended working practices. So although we try and place as many students directly into the office environment as we can, we are open to projects that are unable to do that at this time. So again, please get in touch and we'll talk you through the best options for you at that time. Anything else? Oh, one for you, Patrick, I think here. So although you've sounds like you've had a great experience in SDIPs, I'm paraphrasing here, what are your next steps? What are you looking to do moving forward with the university, if you're allowed to say?
Yeah, absolutely. So at the moment, we've got a KTP running, which is a 24-month project. So that started back in March this year. And we've also got aspirations to start another KTP very, very early next year, which will be part of an overall partnership with the university about, you know, that kind of continual improvement and continual expansion of what we're doing already. And all of this is part of the larger Halltech innovation exercise and team. So just to point back on the previous question about the premises, that was something else that the university helped us with when we were talking about staff having to work from home, and when it looked like we could start to return a little bit back to the office, the university helped us with the risk assessments that were necessary to ensure that we were taking all the necessary precautions for ensuring the safety of our staff and the graduate who's placed on the SDIP. So
Excellent, thank you, Patrick. Another one just in. Is it possible to extend the project beyond the 6 months? So yes, in principle it is. Our funding support will only be available for the first 6 months of the project. That equates to 900 hours of that intern's investment and a pre-required number of hours for that academic support. But if you are interested in extending the project, again, as Halltech did, we can work with you to look at opportunities to keeping that graduate, that student placement on. And we've got a number of projects that have extended their partnerships from 6 months to 12 months. And some have gone beyond that and have actually employed their placement role on a full-time permanent basis at the end of the project. Refresh one more. I think I've got one last question. So who owns the products and the outputs that have come out of the project? And the short answer is you do. We are here to support you to develop your projects and help you bring them to market. So all of the IP created, all the projects created reside solely with the business. If there's opportunities, further research, further opportunities, wider development, then we would work with you to discuss those as and when they arise and see what happens. But in terms of this offer, all IP, all products created reside solely with the business. I think that's all the questions we've got for now. If anything does crop up in the near future, then please do not hesitate to get in touch. Give us a call, contact the employer partnerships, drop us an email, or visit the website. And all those details are on the slide in front of you. So I'd like to thank Patrick for joining us today, and thank you all for listening. And I hope you get involved in either this or one of our other projects in the very near future. Thank you again, and bye for now.